Save this video, bookmark it, screen grab it, remember it. Ozempic, Wegovy, all these weight loss drugs will be one of the biggest regrets, medical mistakes, and causes of chronic disease in this generation.
These days, it's the talk of TikTok.
I just start dropping pounds left and right.
Ozempic is a drug you inject that's meant to improve blood sugar and help manage type 2 diabetes. But because one of the side effects is weight loss, many are using it off-label, a trend that may have started in Hollywood.
When I look around this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?
How long have you been on the Ozempic?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yes. It's actually Bonjoro. It's another part of it.
Oh, that's the amped up version.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. That's the fast forward to Skinnyville.
Have you ever heard the saying, nothing in life is free? Same concept, new quote. There's no such thing as a free weight loss pill without consequences. My prediction is that Ozempic for weight loss will lead to unprecedented rates of osteoporosis in people younger than we've ever seen, and tons more chronic diseases, which we'll get into. And the thing is, our eyes will trick our minds into thinking that less weight must equal healthy. People will be more incentivized to continue their diet primarily of processed foods because they're looking skinny, which will lead to a faster increase in diabetes and heart disease than we're seeing now. And right now, it's already record-breaking. This drug is not the magic treatment for obesity, no. In fact, we know when users stop taking it, they not only gain their original weight back, they gain more. This creates a pharmaceutical dependency on not only one drug for weight loss concerns, but a myriad of other drugs and medical interventions for long-term side effects caused from the first drug that are relatively unknown so far. And I'm not the only one who thinks Big Pharma is lying and potentially harming people, possibly even intentionally. Jillian Michaels has spoken out vehemently against semaglutide for a year now.
I don't believe that semaglutide, which is the drug that is in Wegovy and Ozempic, is a permanent or effective solution because we don't know the lasting ramifications of being on these drugs. We know the side effects over the course of 68 weeks, and I believe the longest trial that was just completed was 2 years, are pretty significant.
Thyroid cancer, gallbladder issues, pancreatitis, kidney problems, vision loss are all listed as possible side effects on Ozempic's own website. These are serious, and there's a class action lawsuit for stomach paralysis happening right now. If you think this is frightening, I'm just getting started. Senator Grassley, you know him from Iowa? He's one of the best allies we have fighting against corruption in Big Pharma and Big Food. No one is talking about this discovery that he made in a public letter to the Secretary of Health and Human Guidelines last year regarding the upcoming Dietary Guidelines Committee that is meeting to decide on new protocol for what Americans should or shouldn't eat. This committee decides our national school lunch program, just to give you an idea of how influential they are to American life. In this letter, Senator Grassley points out to the Secretary of Health and Human Guidelines that the majority of people on this panel meeting next year have been receiving payments from drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy. I am concerned these influences could misconstrue data and information in the review process and provide flawed recommendations to the American people. The dietary recommendations that DGAC will make will also influence public policy. Unfortunately, your agencies have refused to make public any known conflicts of interest that you reviewed during your vetting process for potential members. So let's see. The committee that's getting together to decide nutritional guidelines for our public schools is meeting next year, and as recently as October 2023, just a few months ago, weight loss drug manufacturers like Ozempic and Wegovy were testing the drugs for kids as young as 6.
We did try dieting and exercising before. It just wasn't happening the way that we would have liked it to happen.
And in January, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommended that doctors consider adding weight loss drugs such as semaglutide as a treatment for some patients.
People have to say, how do I take my own health into my own hands? And a parent had come in and she was complaining about how her daughter, her adolescent child, was eating the wrong things. I said, well, where'd she get it? Who bought the food?
Go to any public school cafeteria right now, likely you'll be able to find things like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and Domino's Pizza. Let's look at the pipeline. Get your kids sick and obese as young as possible. Then put them on Ozempic for life. Chronic diseases pop up younger and younger. More pills, die young, cycle continues. Why are the people making our dietary guidelines allowed to be paid by the weight loss drug companies? So that's just one glaring concern, if not the biggest concern. And maybe this, is a little superficial compared to everything else, but I feel like it's worth bringing up. The Ozempic face phenomenon that we're seeing. People look absolutely terrifying. Everyone looks good for maybe the first 2 to 3 months because it's getting that initial fat. Then overnight, it looks as if their faces are melting off. It's like a force of gravity is pulling on people's faces. It reminds me of that famous painting, The Scream, by Edvard Munch. Once these weight loss drugs work through your fat, they quickly begin eating away at your muscle. I have friends on this drug, they look like they are 10 years older than they are. It's like being in an aging time machine. What are we doing? These are just two things that are very concerning to me, but you cannot tell me that hearing all of this that you are 100% confident in taking this pill. We don't even know the potential side effects long-term of using this drug for the purpose of weight loss and what it can have on people who stay on it then continuously for years and years to keep that weight down. There is nothing that Ozempic or Wegovy or any of these weight loss drugs can do for you that cutting out sugar and ultra-processed foods, maintaining an active lifestyle cannot. Trying to make life easier by taking these shortcuts with your health is not how you will solve health issues. It's just creating more. I believe the next generation, our generation, are going to be the sickest and most expensive group of elderly patients America has ever seen. Are we really going to put this burden on our kids? Do you trust weight loss pills like Ozempic and Wegovy long term? Sound off in the comments. Make your own predictions about a future America after 10+ years of taking this pill for this purpose. Thumbs up this video, subscribe for more countercultural thoughts.